My wife and I recently watched a documentary on Netflix called Game On about women's sport, and it's really made me angry. I don't want to share with you why. Number one, let's talk about the female fragility myth. So Dr. Ali Bose talks about this really well, about the idea that one of the reasons women were given for you can't play sport is you're too fragile. Bits of you will fall out if you jiggle around too much, basically. And the reason this made me angry is because I see this all the time in the treatment of female mental health still. So as a therapist, one of the things I've noticed over the years is, particularly in postnatal mental health, for example, a woman will come along for some help, and when you hear what's gone on through the pregnancy, through the birth, through the first few weeks of the child's life, you think there's no way you could have gone through all of that without being anxious or without having become depressed. But what they've been given by healthcare professionals is, it's just your hormones, don't worry about it. And that comes from the history of how we have viewed female fragility, that it is just to do with your uterus, it's your weird little hormones, that's the problem. And it's not good enough. Number two, the mental health impact of being made to feel bad about who you are. So there's a boxer called Stacey Copeland who talks really well about this idea that if you are a small girl who wants to do boxing or football or rugby, whatever it might be, and you are told that you can't, it might seem small, you can't do the thing that you enjoy, but it isn't if it is part of who you are. You are denied something that is part of who you are and how you see yourself. That is huge. And if you do push and you go and do it, and you get comments from people, you are made to feel weird or odd or strange or worse, people comment on your body, for example, how that has an impact upon how you see yourself. That is not all right, and we still do it. Number three, we are creepy about women's bodies. This really shocked me. They show you a shot of netball players, and then they cut to a shot of somebody talking about why do women need to wear dresses to play netball, and then they cut back, and I was shocked. I hadn't even registered that they were wearing dresses. It was so like normal and reasonable to me. And then the moment somebody points it out, you go, what is going on? That is creepy. What's wrong with us? Number four, this one's uncomfortable because it makes me think I'm not sure I'm doing as good a job as I could be, actually, as a dad. Now, when my girls show interest in any sort of sport, I want to encourage that and go for it. And of course, I want to give them the message, you can do whatever you like. But I don't think it's good enough for me to wait until they want to do something. What it made me think about was, do my girls see me and hear me engaging with women's sport as much as men's sport on a day-to-day basis? And the answer to that is no. We watched the Euros last year and it was absolutely brilliant, but on a weekend, everyday weekend, it's the men's football that's on the radio, it's the men's cricket. So actually, what message does that give them? It gives them the impression that my dad listens to the men's, women's exists, but it's not on in our house. I want to do better than that.